Good morning and welcome back to Morning Live. Now we love to bring you an amazing sports interview, and today we speak to a 24-year-old cricketer who has shown his talent on the field for both club and country, but it is his voice outside the field that has caught the attention of the world. Good morning, Lungi Ngidi, and welcome to Sport on Morning Live.
Morning, thanks for having me.
Now, let's talk about Lungi Ngidi before you became a Proteas player. You lived quite a humble life, grew up in a humble home with your dad working as a petrol attendant and your mom taking care of the household. How was life for you before Hilton?
To be honest, probably a lot of South Africans can relate. It was simple, but I enjoyed it, had a loving family. And yeah, we made ends meet where we could. But all in all, I think I grew up a pretty happy child. And that's pretty much all I can say about that.
And then all of a sudden you find yourself going to Hilton College, one of the best schools in the country. How did you deal with that cultural change and the change altogether of your surroundings? Everything is just bigger.
Yeah, I had to adapt to it. But, I think that was part of my journey. Fortunate enough to get a scholarship to such a amazing school, but I think I had to use that opportunity. Yeah, everything was bigger, was very fancy as well, something I wasn't used to. But yeah, over time you get used to it, and I think finding myself in that environment really helped me mold into the man that I am today.
Certainly. Now, Lungi, you then go on to represent South Africa and you play for the country in what is a relatively young Protea squad. Was it easy for you to find your voice within that environment? Look,
I think as a youngster coming into the team, you're obviously a bit nervous, but I think once you start finding your feet, the environment that we have really allows you to be yourself. And, that's who I intended to be. And, the type of person that I am, if something doesn't sit well with me, I'm going to say something. Finding myself in that environment, also had a group of great leaders as well, a lot of older guys that could guide me along the way as well. So it really did help me, come out of my shell and be who I really am.
Let's talk about that group of great leaders that you say surrounded you. Who are those people that inspired you to just want to do better and be better?
One person I can think of off the top of my head, Hashim Amla. Faf du Plessis was the captain as well. As I came in, really influential man, Temba. And then some of my peers as well, Rabada, Andile, Aiden Markram, guys who in their own right are also leaders. I think we got a very good group that could communicate. And that's one thing that was, really emphasized within the team. And it's been one hell of a journey and I'm loving it as well.
Certainly. Let's move a bit away from cricket. We may come back to it later depending on time. But there are two causes that you've been very involved in, and one of them being the fight against gender-based violence. Why is this cause so close to your heart?
We all have loved ones in our lives. There's women and children in my life that I care about, and, I really do worry about their safety as well. So, yeah, it sits close to my heart because it's something that we see on a daily basis as well. It's all over social media. And I think it was really emphasized during the lockdown where we could spend a lot of time looking at social issues that were going on around the country. And those numbers really became evident that this is a problem that we have. And, it didn't sit well with me. And, being a sportsman and the platform that you have, you can really influence change within society. And I think, being able to engage with the youth, empower them and educate them can really go a long way in breaking a cycle that has been now happening for a very long time.
Now, Lungi, another cause which you have embraced is Black Lives Matter, and we saw you being one of the few people to speak up initially in the beginning on this issue. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think we could all see it was a global issue, and, like I had mentioned, South Africa's past really does also shine a light on that point. And to be honest, I answered a question, and with myself being part of a national team as well, like I said, sport has the platform to influence change and to correct, problems within society. And I think it goes a long way when, a lot of people jumped on board as well, just to fight racial issues and, well, within South Africa. I think it really is making a difference and making a change. And it's something that sits close to my heart, which I felt was very important.
As we talk about Black Lives Matter, we can't shy away from what happened at the T20 Cricket World Cup. Tell us about what the mood was like in the team when that whole knee issue came up, and how you were led at the time by your captain, Themba Bavuma.
Look, taking a knee is obviously a personal choice, and I could never speak for someone else. Our captain has always encouraged us to be who we are. We obviously understand within the team certain people have certain reasons for why they take the actions that they do, and some don't. But within the mood in the camp, I think you could see just from what was happening on the field, everyone was invested, and pretty much we had the same mission. Like I'm saying, I could never speak for someone else, so it would be difficult to relay a message of why someone else does something compared to me. But all in all, our captain has led us well. Management has done a great job as well. And yeah, like I said, we trying to tackle social problems, and yeah, I guess everyone has their own method of doing that.
Certainly. And as I wrap up with you, Lungi, just a quick one. Your words of encouragement to a young Lungi sitting at home right now and just wanting to one day represent the country, go to Hilton College, and who just wants to follow in your footsteps. What would you say to encourage them?
To be honest, the sky is the limit. Focus is important. Education is important. And, that's one thing that my parents drove home. I could never play cricket unless I got my studies in order. So, yeah, dream big. Because to be honest, I never thought I'd see myself sitting in this position today. But here I am. And I guess the main thing was just I listened, to a lot of information that was given to me. Listening is a very important skill in life. And if you can do that, I think you will find a lot of information that will help you achieve what you want to achieve.
Lungi, thank you so much for your time this morning. Do have a blessed day further.
Thank you, you too.
That is, of course, Lungi Ngidi, Proteas player, just telling us about his life and growing up. And he's saying we must know that education is extremely important. It is now time for an ad break.